Do you also feel like you don't have the time or the right kind of knowledge to pick individual stocks? What if I told you that you can compound your wealth by simply investing in ETFs? But what is an ETF, you ask? An ETF is a simple tool that lets you buy a basket of stocks in smaller units. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक निफ्टी 50 ETF बैकेंड पे तो टॉप 50 कंपनीज में इन्वेस्ट करता है, बट आप सिर्फ एक यूनिट ऑफ ETF में इन्वेस्ट करके इनडायरेक्टली ऑल टॉप 50 कंपनीज में इन्वेस्टेड हो. Nifty 50 has historically grown at a compounded rate of 12% per year, which I've explained more in this video. Do check it out if you haven't already. So, by simply investing in a Nifty 50 ETF, you can compound your wealth at 12% per year at a very low cost. How low cost? Because the expense ratio of ETFs is very low, जो हम इस वीडियो में आगे समझेंगे. So ETFs are a low-cost way of compounding your wealth without the hassle of picking individual stocks. Awesome, right? But did you know there are over 250 ETFs out there? That is why understanding the different types of ETFs is so important before you invest. First, the most common type of ETFs is equity ETF. These ETFs invest in the shares of listed company. Each equity ETF tracks and mirrors a specific index. For example, Nifty 50 ETF will track and replicate Nifty 50 index by investing in the top 50 companies. Similarly, sector-specific ETFs like bank ETFs will track and replicate Nifty Bank Index by investing in bank stocks. Second type of ETFs are commodity ETFs, which invest in our mom's favorite assets. You guessed it right, gold and silver. These ETFs, like Nippon's Gold ETF, invest in physical gold. For example, 1 unit of Nippon's Gold ETF, which is priced at 80 rupees, makes you the owner of 0.01 gram of gold. अब आप सोच रहे होंगे कि अब तक तो सब बोल रहे थे कि म्यूचुअल फंड सही है, एंड बोथ ETF and index mutual funds track an index. So naturally you'll ask me, why should you even consider ETFs? So here are the basic differences between these two to help you understand why ETFs have become a popular choice. First difference, ETFs trade on the exchange like any stocks, so you need to have a demat account to buy or sell ETFs. While to invest in index mutual funds, you don't need a demat. You can directly invest through the fund house after your KYC and other formalities are done. Second difference, ETFs can be bought and sold real time at current market price like any other stocks, while index mutual funds can be bought and sold at the day's closing price. So ETFs give you more flexibility for real time investing. Lastly, you have to pay a cut of your earnings to the fund house so that they can manage their admin expenses. This is called as expense ratio. ETFs का average expense ratio is 0.06 compared to index mutual funds which have an expense ratio of 0.2%, making mutual funds more expensive for us as investors. So ETFs are the cheapest option for us as passive investors. इस comparison के हिसाब से तो ETFs seem better, but only when you have checked these 5 things before investing in an ETF. Okay, so what are the 5 things to check before buying an ETF? Let's take the example of Nippon's Nifty 50 ETF called Nifty Bees to understand these 5 points better. First important thing to check for is the volume of the ETF. Imagine a scenario that you went to sell your ETFs but there weren't enough buyers. To ensure that ऐसा scenario आपके साथ ना हो, check for the traded volume of your chosen ETF on the NSE website, so that when you have to sell your ETFs, there are enough and more buyers available. To check, go to nseindia.com, search Nifty Bees if that is your chosen ETF. Under order book, you'll see how many quantities have been requested to be bought and sold and at what price. If you want to check the historical volume and value traded, simply click on the historical tab. वहाँ पे आपको सारा historical data मिल जाएगा. Second, to avoid overpaying for your ETFs, check the INAV, which is called intraday NAV on the AMC website. INAV is आपके assets की actual market value real time during trading hours. You can go to Nippon website to check Nifty Bees का INAV. It gets refreshed every 15 seconds during trading hours. In our example, the INAV is 273.57. Now let's compare this INAV with the market price at which Nifty Bees are trading. Going to the NSE site and checking the price at which Nifty Bees is actually trading right now. The market price is close to its INAV of rupees 273, but at times when the demand for Nifty Bees is high, the actual market price can be higher than its INAV. So always compare the INAV with the actual market price of the ETF to avoid overpaying. Third, you need to check that the tracking error of your chosen ETF is low. इसका मतलब आपका ETF is able to track the underlying asset as closely as possible. In our example, Nifty 50 ETF का return should be equal to Nifty 50 index अगर उसका tracking error कम है. Let's check this from the Amphi website for Nifty Bees by searching Nifty Bees tracking error Amphi. On the Amphi page, search AMC name, which in our case is Nippon for Nifty Bees. Select the date, which is 2 days pehle ka, from the date on which you're checking. Click search and you'll see a list of all the ETFs and index funds offered by that AMC. Let's search Nifty Bees. Here it is. You'll see Nifty Bees ka tracking error is 0.03%, which is pretty low. So we are sorted that way. If you see, this ETF is tracking Nifty 50 TRI, which stands for Nifty 50 Total Return Index. मतलब price appreciation तो है ही, plus dividend paid by these Nifty 50 companies is also reinvested to give you the total returns that Nifty 50 index will give. So Nifty B's का return should be equal to Nifty TRI. Fourth, decide which ETF to invest in based on how liquid the underlying pool of assets or stocks are. In the stock market, typically liquidity reduces beyond the 200 largest stock. इसलिए स्मॉल कैप ETFs के बहुत कम ऑप्शंस आपको मिलेंगे क्योंकि स्मॉल कैप ETF के बास्केट में स्मॉल कैप स्टॉक्स है विच आर नॉट दैट लिक्विड. This creates a difference between the INAV and the market price at which the ETF is trading. And further, it can create liquidity problems जो हमने point number 1 में देखा था. So always invest in ETFs जिसके underlying assets की trading volume and liquidity दोनों अच्छी हो. Even after checking all of the above, according to me, compounding risk is the biggest risk in ETF. Because ETF में SIP करना is not that seamless as doing SIP in mutual fund. Essentially because ETF trades like a normal stock. So you're trying to do SIP in a stock which your brokerage app might not have an easy flow for. So you need to be really sure that you'll manually do SIP in ETF every month, or you need to ensure that your ETF SIP went through your broker app. बिकॉज कभी आप भूल गए या कभी ब्रोकरेज ने ETF SIP एग्जीक्यूट नहीं की तो इट कैन रियली हिट योर कंपाउंडिंग जर्नी. Bonus point, since ETFs trade like a normal stock, there will be brokerage and other charges when you buy or sell through your broker app. So keep that in mind. If you want me to cover more topics like which ETF should you select, do leave a comment so that I can pick that topic up soon. If this video added value to you, do hit the like button and share it with as many people as possible so that everyone can understand ETF in detail and they can also cover their risks before buying. Also, please do subscribe to the channel The Wealth Palette by Vamika. Your subscription and engagement help me bring more valuable content to you faster. So do not forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.